with Bernie Sanders no longer campaigning for president, who is the best candidate for progressives? It is not Joe Biden. It is not Hillary Clinton. It is not Andrew Cuomo. Progressives who might want to reduce corporate power, it's a huge element of your coalition. You can't be behind somebody who is bankrolled by Pfizer. You can't be behind candidates who are getting speeches paid for by oil companies. You can't be behind candidates who have big media behind what they do. Let me introduce you to the candidates and the concept that reduces big corporate power better than anything else is libertarianism, which puts everyone on an even playing field. It is keeping governments from tying itself to big predatory corporations. And with it, small but meritorious are the ones who rise. And they're not rising because of government help. They're not rising because of payoffs under the table. They're rising because they're good for individual people. They are doing the services that people really want. They're not obstructing, thanks to government rules, what people can get. Let me introduce you to some of the presidential candidates running now who are best for progressives. They are all candidates from the Libertarian Party. Ken Armstrong, Dan Behrman, Adam Kokesh, Joe Jorgensen, John Monds, Vermin Supreme, Mark Whitney, Arvin Vohra. These men and women are people who can take this country to where its roots are, which is better for all people. Now, the media pay little attention to libertarians, but they should, and you, who are paying attention here, deserve at least a few minutes on lp.org and in libertarian-oriented sites to see what people are doing within the Libertarian Party. By the way, doing, meaning it is this party, this little that garnered 3% last time, that's the ones getting more test kits to people, getting food to people who are needy, not expecting people to be in these long lines that may never result in checks from the government. Libertarians get things done for very progressive purposes. And here is why every one of those who I mentioned, and should there be another candidate who rises at the presidential level, deserve progressives' allegiance, because a libertarian regime gets progressives what they want. Faster than Bernie Sanders ever could. Because even if Bernie were elected with a Vice President Liz Warren and a congressional component with a decent number of y'all, it's not going to pass through conservatives. Libertarians, let progressives be progressive. If an enclave, and there are many progressives that can make a very big enclave, would like to have Medicare for all who want it, would like to have a social welfare system the way they want, would like to craft retirement plans the way they want, would like to do higher education the way they want, libertarians, we let them. We let progressives be progressive, so long as they're not forcing it on other people. And how good is that? No opposition from irascible conservatives. No impediments from judges that might hold things up. You want to have your welfare systems, your share the wealth systems, you get them. Libertarians have been behind the ability for progressive systems to be juxtaposed against systems that are free market capital. Let the better ones win. And even if one doesn't win, if people are happier in one system than another, we're all in favor of it. Why Bernie's not? We don't have a very good answer. I've asked him, and here's the answer. But welfare is good for everyone. Not necessarily. And that's because, Bernie, you're no wiser than that family member, that household member, that other family household director. And even if you were wiser, we're not going to buy in to a command and control of someone who briefly has our attentions of wisdom and should not have such power. Libertarians have been against that power for nearly 50 years. We are the young party of ideas and very good values. The two big old parties have never introduced good ideas in my lifetime. They pervert good values from things that sound nice into things that reward a few people on the ends, big corporate moguls, long-term politicians, and hurt almost everyone else. Please take a look at these candidates. Please take a look at what Libertarians campaigning in your local area. Yes, Libertarians run for Congress and state house seats. Be on the lookout. LP.org and the people behind it are almost certainly better than any established Democrat. Thanks for listening. I'm Mark Stewart.